Hi, my name is Vic Ramsey, and I'm the tennis coach at Currituck County High School and the technologist for the North Carolina High School Tennis Coaches Association. This video is designed to help you understand how the new pre-regional system will work in terms of distributing berths to the regional individual tournaments this season. The premise of the pre-regional plan is simply this, that every team, regardless of its geography or conference assignment, should get to send 2 singles and 2 doubles to the first stage of the state tournament with a fair opportunity to advance to regionals and states. Here's the math associated with the new realignment. There are no more than 64 schools in a given classification. Divided into 4 regions, that means 16 or fewer schools in each region. And that means in each region there are a maximum of 32 entries into the regional tournament. And the cleanest way to implement our premise would be to have 32 entry brackets at the regional tournaments. But we lack the sites across the state to manage such large events. And it would be a 5-round event, which means 3 days of play, more travel, more lodging, and more expense for our athletic departments. The regional tournaments are unchanged. They are 2-day, 4-round events with 16 entry brackets. Now, if a region has 8 or fewer tennis-playing schools, then each school will send 2 singles players and 2 doubles teams directly to the regional tournament. Each region will be divided into 2 pre-regional pools based on geography and conference assignment. In general, the northernmost schools in the region are in Pool A and the southernmost schools are in Pool B. Sometimes the geography worked out better east-west, but we tried to keep the pools as geographically compact as possible. In the description below, you'll find a link to a complete report on pre-regional assignments across the state in each classification. Now, if the 2 pools have the same number of tennis-playing schools, then each pool will get 8 regional berths. But if the 2 pools have a different number of teams, then the berths will be divided proportionally between them. Here's a chart which explains how these regional berths will be divided between the 2 pre-regional pools in a given region. Simply select the row in which represents the number of schools in your pre-regional, and the column which represents the number of schools in the other pre-regional pool in your region, and the number at the intersection is the number of regional berths that your pre-regional pool will compete for. In this case, there were 7 schools, and the other pre-regional had 5 schools, and so my pre-region would fight for 9 berths, and the other would fight for 7. Now, the seeding meeting for the pre-regionals will be held on Saturday, October the 4th at 9 a.m. In most cases, this meeting will be held online via Zoom or Google Meet. Though if the coaches in a given pre-regional pool want to meet in person, that's perfectly all right with us. At the seeding meeting, the coaches will vote for 1 seed for each berth assigned to their pre-regional pool. So if you've got 7 berths, then you'll seed 7. If you've got 9 berths, you'll seed 9, and so on. The remaining unseeded players will be drawn randomly to play the lowest seeds. We envision that the draw will take place at the event itself and not during the seeding meeting on Saturday morning. No player will be asked to play a teammate in the pre-regional. Players seeded high enough to receive a bye will advance automatically to the regional tournament. These players do not have to attend the pre-regional event. This was the point of having the seeding meeting a couple of days in advance. We didn't want to drag kids to the pre-regional event, have them endure the missed class time and the travel, and then they not have to play in order to advance to the next round. The pre-regional events themselves will be held on Monday, October the 6th at 4 p.m. Now, if local circumstances require, for instance, a particular tennis facility is not available on Monday, but it is on Tuesday and so forth, or if all schools in that pre-regional agree, the event can be played later in the week. The standard date where we expect most of these events to take place will be Monday, October the 6th at 4 p.m. In any case, the pre-regional must be played by Saturday, October the 11th, and the results must be reported to the North Carolina High School Athletic Association by Monday, October 13th at 3 p.m. Now, the Coaches Association has been tasked with the responsibility of identifying pre-regional directors and sites. In the description below, there's a link to a Google form where you can volunteer to serve either as a director or a host or both, or to recommend someone else to do either of those two things. And we hope that you will take the time to let us know who in your area would best fulfill these responsibilities. At the pre-regional itself, only one round is played. The format is best 2 of 3 sets, with the third set played in full, and the winners advance to the regionals. Please understand, this is not a full-blown tournament. It is one round of qualifying play. And now we'd like to show you a mock seating meeting. We assembled a group of 7 coaches and asked them to conduct a seating meeting for 9 berths. We gave each coach 2 famous professional women's tennis players, gave them permission to say pretty much anything they wanted to about their players in support of their seating. Let's watch.
Okay. Good afternoon, gentlemen. We are here for the 5A East Pool A pre-regional seating meeting. Glad to have all of you here. As you have just seen, we have 14 entries in our pool playing for 9 berths, which will give us 4 buys at the top and have 5 matches in progress. At this time, I'd like to give you the chance to introduce yourselves and your players. So if you'd like to lead us off, Coach Clark, that'll be fine.
My name's Donald Clark. I'm the coach at Charles B. Aycock High School, and I'm excited to be bringing the youngest players to the tournament this weekend, Chris Everett and Martina Navratilova. Now, do I just introduce the players, or do I say something about them at this time, Coach Matthews?
You're fine. We'll do the seating in a moment. Just
Okay.
and just give a quick introduction is good. All right. Coach Tapp.
Hello, everyone. This is Neil Tapp at the Tapp High School of International Tennis. Today we have Coco Golf and Madison Keys going to represent our program in the singles tournament.
Okay. Coach McKercher.
I'm Rich McKercher, McKercher High School. I've got Anya Sablenka and Victoria Azarenka representing our school today.
Okay. Coach Tuttle.
Hi, I'm Andrew Tuttle, coach at Tuttle High School, and my 2 singles entries are Jessica Pagula and Amanda Anisimova.
Coach Ramsey.
Hi, my name is Vic Ramsey, and I am the coach at Ramsey High School. And I've got Monica Sellis and Iga Schwantek.
Coach Medlin.
I am Coach Tim Medlin from the Medlin High School Grand Slam Aces, and our players represented today for the singles draw are Serena Williams and Venus Williams.
And last but not least, I'm Coach Matthews, your pre-regional director from Matthews High School, and my players are Steffi Groff and Martinez Hingis are playing singles for me today. At this time, I'll accept nominations for number 1 seed. Would like to put Steffi Groff up for number 1. Steffi has 107 wins and 138 final places where she made the final, 22 Grand Slams. Has had a remarkable year this year. Any other nominations for number one?
I'd like to nominate Serena Williams for the number one seed position. She's had an outstanding year. She got 73 career titles and 23 Grand Slams to her credit. Very powerful player. Many consider her one of the best we've ever seen.
Very good. Other nominations for one? If not, at this point, we'll vote for number one seed. Number one, if you're voting for Steffi Groff, please raise your hand. Okay, so now we have we have two votes for Groff. I'm going to ask you to lower your hands, and those in favor of Serena Williams, raise your hand. We got 1, 2, 3, okay, 4. There we go. All right. So Serena Williams is your number one seed. Would anybody like to add to the board for the number two seed? If not, I will assume Steffi Groff by acclamation. Is that reasonable, gentlemen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So Steffi is our number two seed. Number three seed. Nominations for number three.
I'd like to nominate Madison Keys. She's an up and coming star
Okay.
in the women's tennis world, recent Australian Open champion, and has several championships in the past, and has had a very solid year this year.
Very good. All right. We have Madison Keys for the three seed. Other nominations for three?
It's not my kid, but I've seen her play, and I'm going to nominate Martina Navratilova from Clark High School.
Okay. Martina Navratilova from Clark High School. Any further nominations? Hearing none, we'll vote for three seed. All those in favor of Madison Keys, raise your hand. Let's see if I can get back out here, and I got one. Okay. All those in favor of Martina Navratilova, raise your hand. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5. That means Martina Navratilova is now our three seed. Okay, very good. Thank you, Coach Ramsey. All right, further nominations for number 4.
I'm going to nominate Monica Seles.
Okay. Monica Seles. Any further nominations? All right, at this point, we're voting for the 4th seed between Monica Seles and Madison Keys. All those, let's see, let me get my screen back out here where I can see. All
Can
right.
we have the coaches say a few things about their players?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Okay.
Well, he's talked about Madison.
Yeah, so Monica, Vic, can you fill us in on her?
Yeah, Monica Seles was the Australian Open champion 4 times, won 3 French Opens, won 2 U.S. Open championships. So that's why I would recommend her as a number 4 seed.
Okay.
Coach Vic, I totally understand your Monica Seles. She's a multi-Grand Slam winner. 53 career titles, 32 career runner-ups, and she's definitely a top contender.
Thank you, Coach McCurcher.
Thank you, Coach.
We want to vote now.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, all those in favor of Madison Keys, raise a hand. Got one. All right, I have one. All those in favor of Monica Sellis, raise a hand. I've got 1, 2, 3. Okay. Monica Sellis is now 4 seed. So we still have Madison Keys on the board for 5. Additional nominations for 5 seed. If I have no other nominations, we'll make Madison the 5 seed.
Coach, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to can we go back to that, because I think Chris Everett is
Okay.
is a worthy nominee for 5.
Okay. Thank you. So we have Chris Everett and Madison Keys for 5.
Venus Williams for consideration.
Venus Williams. Okay, we now have Venus Williams for consideration. Like to say a little bit about Venus, Andrew?
Yes, I might defer to her coach, Coach Medlin, but from what I know about her, she was a 7-time Grand Slam champion, 49 career titles,
Great.
won at Wimbledon many times, US Open as well.
Okay. And we need somebody to, wait a minute, let me get back over. Let me get back here. And Coach Clark, would you like to speak to Chris Everett?
Chris Everett is a great tennis player and has 157 career titles. She's won all 4 Grand Slams and has brought a lot of attention to the game with her play.
All right. Very good.
I can also speak to Venus Williams. I think tough call between her and Chris Everett. Chris Everett's more consistent game and has won more titles overall. Venus has won a lot of matches, particularly on grass surface, which we're not playing on today. I think she's a bigger power player and may in fact be the better player, but the reason I didn't initially mention her is just noting that Chris seemed to have more of a robust overall record.
Okay.
But Venus is certainly head to head. Chris might have a tough time with her power, so it'll be interesting to see.
Okay. So we have 3 nominations for the 5 seed. Madison Keys, Chris Everett, Venus Williams. You'll have 1 vote each. Return back out here. All right. Madison Keys for the 5 seed. Neil, very good. Chris Everett for the 5 seed. 5. Okay. Venus Williams for the 5 seed. Got to go up here and do the, hold on. All right, now. So we got Chris Everett with 5 votes is your number 5 seed. Okay, we got the 6 seed. We still have Keys. We still have Venus Williams. Any additional, anybody go additional, add to that for a seed? If not, we'll vote off those two. Venus Williams for the number 6 seed. I've got one, two, three, four. If I put mine up, raise hand. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got 5, and that would carry her to be the 6 seed. Okay. Let me get my screen back down here where I can look. Okay. And we're going to update the bracket there. 7, we have Madison Keys. Is there somebody out there that we need to add to this mix?
Coach Tapp.
Yes.
I'm really surprised that you've got Madison ahead of Coco. Is there a reason for that?
I think just her recent success is what I was figuring. She's playing a little bit better right now than Coco is, and like I said, I think she's an up and coming star that may be a good surprise for this tournament.
Okay.
Okay. Without any further nominations, would the group be in favor of making Madison the 7 seed?
Yes.
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 Unanimous opinion?
Yes.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right, that's fine. So we have two more seated spots to fill. With who is left.
I'd like to nominate Sablenka, please.
Sabalenka?
Yes.
Ariana?
She's been playing really hot lately. She's she won the Australian last year. She's been playing well overseas mostly, but just doing an outstanding job in several championships. So when she's getting all the way to the finals and she's winning.
Okay. Very good.
I'd like to nominate Iga Swiatek.
Iga Swiatek. Okay. Swiatek. Would you like to speak?
We'll note that she has won, I think it's 6 Grand Slam tournaments thus far, including 4 French Opens, and is this year's Wimbledon champion. And she and Sabalenka are very close.
Yes.
They're contemporaries, and they are very close.
Okay, very good. All right. If there are no further nominations, we'll vote between Sabalenka and Swiatek for the 8 seed.
For Sabalenka, I just like to point out, you're right, Vic, that they're very similar in styles and the way that they've played. I just think that Sabalenka's had a little bit more recent success. I do know that obviously we got Wimbledon very recently, but that's kind of a lot of her Iga's majors were, within the past couple of years and not necessarily current. So I think we've got some more championships. I just know Sabalenka's been playing high level tennis. They both have, without a doubt. They're both excellent choices. I just think Sabalenka's been playing some excellent tennis and finishing out matches.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, if any further discussion, we'll vote. I'll just do this one alphabetically. All those in favor of Sabalenka, raise your right hand, or raise a hand on the screen, I should say. Where is it? Okay, hold on there. Okay. I'll do Donald.
Tim, did we lose you for a second?
3, 4. Okay, I've got
Yes,
4.
yes, we did, but I'm back again. A little technical difficulty with the internet. Sorry.
It's all right.
Okay.
So we're
I've got-
voting. League, bring Tim back up to
Okay,
speed.
we've got, we're voting between Sabalenka and Swatik for the 8 seed. And I've got presently, let's see here. I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 votes for Sabalenka.
I would vote Swatuk.
Okay, Swatek. Okay, let me get the hands back down here. And now those in favor of Swatik, raise a hand, and I'll figure out what we got here. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3. We got 4 to 3. So it's Sabalenka with the 8 seed. With if it's that close, I would, gentlemen, I'd almost say make Swatik to 9, unless there's somebody out there that really you'd be interested in putting up for the 9. I would recommend doing Swatik for the 9.
That sounds like a good idea.
Sounds like a good idea. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Yes, sir.
All right. Sounds good. Now we have our 9 seeds. That leaves us with 5 players in the hat. See, that leaves us with Coco, Azarenka, Pagula, Anisimova, and Hingis in the hat. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
As we mentioned before, we envision that the draw itself, the draw of unseeded players to play the lowest seeds, would take place on Monday at the pre-regional event itself. But because we weren't going to an event on Monday, we conducted the draw online in this demonstration. We'll start with this spot below Schwantek, and the trick here is that if a player is drawn against their teammate, then they go back, they set them aside, draw again, and then put that player back in the pot for the next spot. Okay? So these 5 players should not be drawn to play their teammates in the pre-regional round.
Right.
So the first one I've got is Goff.
Okay, and Goff is Key's teammate, so that works.
Second one I'm drawing is Hingis. And that's fine there. Third one I'm going to draw is Anisimova.
Anisimova.
And then I've got Pagula.
Okay. And Pagula's teammate is Anisimova, so.
And then finally, Azarenka.
One question on that with teammates? So let's say we got down to like the last one of the last 2 and realized we still had a teammate out there. Like, would we just note that when we got to like the 6th spot and put that person there if their teammate was the 5?
That's
Wouldn't
correct.
you automatically, when you realized that you had a teammate between the 2, you would automatically place the player with the one that was not the teammate?
That's correct.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
correct, yes.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify. Yeah.
So looking at it from the top, Serena, Steffi, Martina, and Monica, they have all, by virtue of our voting and our meeting today, automatically qualified for the regional tournament. They don't have to come to the pre-regional event. And they can come and root for their teammates if they want to, but they don't have to miss class and do the travel in order to come to the pre-regional because they're going to get a bye and they're automatically qualified for regionals. Please note that the 5 bottom matches are 1 round of play, and whoever wins advances to the regional, and they'll be placed in the regional draw at the regional seeding meeting on Friday at noon, when we do the regional seeding and the regional draw. So you're only playing 1 round of competition in order to reduce this field from 14 to 9. And the other pre-regional pool in our region is competing for 7 spots, and that'll be the 16 players who advance, who are at the regional tournament. One final note. The pre-regional does not replace conference tournaments. There are lots of really good reasons to have a conference tournament: to honor your all-conference team, to crown a conference champion in singles and doubles, to get everyone together to celebrate a season well played. The event does not replace conference tournaments. What the pre-regional does replace are conference-based regional qualifiers, which would have been necessary in over 80% of our conferences, since 80% of our conferences are now split between 2 or more classifications. Conferences that choose to run a conference tournament can still do so later in week 9, that is on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, and schools can still play regular season dual team matches during that period of time as well. Thank you for watching our video. We hope you have a great season, and we'll see you on the courts.